What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk to you about NIO. I want to go over some of the data points, break it down, what is moving it, and go over everything else you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So NIO is up 2.7%, so finally showing some signs of life. 469 the high, 453 the low. So where we are at right now is a key pivot. So I'll go over that near the end of the video, but just shy of around 32 million shares being traded. So definitely a lot higher volume than the norm. Aside from that though, there really hasn't been that much in macro data from China whatsoever. Rather, the hot topic is just the Davos in chat and the speeches that's going on in Switzerland. And so a lot of tensions between, again, the EU and the States. So initially there was some optimism because Trump did mention that he's not going to be using force to get Greenland. So that was a little bit more of a sigh of relief from the broader market. But he did say that he will remember if they say no. And turns out Denmark did say no. So Denmark rejects Trump's demand to negotiate takeover of Greenland. That caused a little bit of a push lower, but there's a lot of updates going on. Trump, in my opinion, is really trying to pump up the broader market, especially leading into kind of midterms, just to make him look very, very positive. And so in general, that's one thing that he's really trying to do. Couple updates from NIO though. There was this that came out. So NIO reaches 250,000 battery swaps in Europe, averaging 10,000 per month. This in among itself, I don't think is a crazy catalyst that you need to buy NIO, but it really does go to show that they are making a lot of good improvement within Europe. And most likely throughout 2026 and 2027, this is going to probably double and triple as NIO's infrastructure just completely expands more and more. So that's going to be something to pay attention to throughout 2026. And then speaking of Europe, we have Britain. So Britain is wanting to revive the golden era with China. And this is, I've seen a lot of articles saying that because of the EU and the States going back and forth, this is going to really turn a lot of allies, American allies, against them towards China. And so far it seems to be kind of accurate, right? We have this Britain saying that they want to revive the golden era with China. We also have Canada really pivoting towards China. Definitely interesting times are ahead. So in my opinion, that's one big attributing factor why a lot of Chinese stocks are really moving higher. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Aside from that though, shorts are returning now. 37,000 shares, 8.18% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 166 million shares overall are being shorted. Short score 64.6. So the higher the number, the higher the likelihood of squeeze happening. Utilization is 100%, and still, as per usual, shorts are overextended through DTC, being at 3.7 days. Looking at the options, we're starting to see some pretty big money getting in. So 2.5 million in calls, 531,000 in puts, and then 58% of all the options being done today are bullish in nature. From a bull standpoint, you see a consensus for it to be roughly around 5 by the end of this week. So definitely good to see. And if that does happen, we could see a nice domino effect, because that would be kind of showing some signs of a technical breakout as well. From a bear standpoint, you see consensus for it to be sub 450. So you do have that pivot back and forth. Only one transaction occurring on the secondary market above $100,000. It is a sell, was done first thing for 132,000. And these are all the transactions occurring on the dark pool. So dark pool is very active today. As I mentioned, a lot of hedge funds are trading it, and a lot more kind of volume today. And a lot of these hold numbers, so for instance 200,000, 50,000, that's hedge funds. So hedge funds and shorts are again fairly active, both using the dark pool. Right now with it at 468, we are currently trading between this S1 and this S2. So 455 and then 480 is going to be the next strong target slash resistance point. And quickly going over here, so moving over to the 4 hour, a little bit less for kind of strength for support and resistance points, but this is a little bit more oriented towards swing traders. So 458 and then 474, that's going to be the next strong support and target. So potentially, if we do get some good momentum, get above that 474, then we could be seeing most likely that $5 range. But quickly popping back over here though, where we are at is a very big deal, because we are pretty much pounding at that 10-day moving average. And generally that's a very big deal for kind of showing momentum. And NIO, unfortunately, tried numerous times throughout the last week and a half, and it did fail to really break out above this point. So If we're able to close above, let's say 468, then in theory, we could be seeing a nice continued push to at least that 200-day moving average, which is roughly around $5.10. We have a lot of big data as well coming out on the American side coming tomorrow. And so as per usual, NIO will get moved through algorithmic trading. So we have GDP, PCE, and also initial jobless claims. So that could, again, really push NIO and just the broader market higher. But for today, we really need to get above that 10-day moving average. So let me know your thoughts on NIO. Are you buying? Are you selling? What do you think the next big catalyst is? Do you think just European expansion or just maybe more trade deals is going to really benefit China? What's your kind of opinion on all that? One final thing, pop over to my Patreon if you're looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto. Put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades, worthwhile to pop over there and check that out. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.